AP fam, I am cooking up a storm today. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, provide me with your comments. Please subscribe and share with others. I've got an awesome recipe for you today for Southern style collard greens. They're already cleaned and then I cut them. You want to make sure you clean your greens and rinse them off a couple of times. And because they are big leaves and they're kind of coarse, in order to get them smaller, I take them and I roll them up, put them on a cutting board, and I cut through them constantly, and then they become a smaller size as well. I've got some smoked turkey necks. I only have a few of them. Only had a few in the freezer, so I'm going to work with what I have because it will add flavor to my pot. I've got a pot boiling already with water in it. I wanted you to see the smoked turkey that I am going to add to it as well. Just a couple of other neck bones, turkey necks that I'm adding to this. And we're going to put them in the pot. All right. In the pot, I've got like a third of water in there already boiling, and then I want to add the greens to the pot as well. But before we do that, I want to put about a third cup of cooking oil in this pot with the water that's already boiling. And that's vegetable oil. Now I want you to see this container that I have before me. This is a jewel. Many years ago we had containers like these, or my mother would have a Crisco can. We couldn't even afford a proper container to put the oil in. So she had a Crisco can filled with old oil. This is awesome for soups or to put in your greens when you're going to use your greens. This is the old bacon grease that you would have and use, and you put in here. I keep mine for about a month. And then I dispose of it and I add new in there whenever I need to use something when I'm cooking something for myself. Now once again, I can't use this in my greens because my wife doesn't eat any beef or pork, so I don't add it to my greens at all. But when I'm cooking for myself something special, I make sure that I have my special oil of the old days sit to the side that I can put in whatever I like to eat. So let's add the greens to the pot. Come and go with me. I do have seasonings over here as well. You have to put these in the pot liberally, a little at a time. And then they will cook down, and then you will come back and you would add more to them as you go along. Okay? So I'm going to add a little of them, and then we'll keep coming back as they're cooking down, and we'll put in a few of the other ingredients in here, which would be the seasonings that I'll add to this pot as we're going along. So it's cooking down. It cooks down rather quickly. So if you have greens, and you just wanted to cook them, and you didn't really want to cook them, I wanted to say, and you want to have them later, you would blanch them this way. Let them cook down just a little bit for about 10 minutes or so, no more than 15. Pull them out, cool them off, and then you can put them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer. Let's continue on. You probably can put my back to you. Go. And yes, these greens are going to fit in this pot. Keep letting them cook down. You may have to come back to it, and that's okay. I'll let them cook. Now I'm going to give you a look at it. We're going to bring the camera over so you can look at them. I'm going to add some seasoning to here. This is my go-to, my magic chef, as always. Some adobo. I like to put a little garlic powder in my greens to add some flavor to them, and some black pepper. Okay? That adds into the broth. We would call this pot liquor. I can remember years ago when my aunt was very ill and she couldn't eat solid foods at all. They were giving her this milky substance and she said it was horrible. I mean, for months and months she lived off of it. Then after a while, greens were her favorite and collards were truly her favorites. We would feed her, just give her the pot liquor. Just from the greens, we would save the broth off of the greens, and that's what she lived off of. So I'm constantly adding these to the pot. Now stand by. I'm going to give you an opportunity to look at it and see what I'm putting down in this pot and see how it's going to cook down eventually, but I want you to get a view of how it looks right now. Okay, we are back, and I wanted you to have the opportunity to look at the greens cooking. All of those greens that I had in the bowl are now in this pot. They'll cook for about another 45 minutes, I got them on a low temperature as well, and I'll put a top on them and I'll come back and check them periodically. But all I have to do now is constantly go through, and I like to turn them and give attention to them and add a little bit more seasoning when necessary. Just a little crushed pepper is added to the pot just to enhance the seasoning. We're still going to wait another 45 minutes. Okay, here's a better view of the presentation of the cooked collard greens with smoked turkey necks on it as well. So it's all completed. It took about 45 minutes to an hour to complete this. But remember, you can time it out to approximately an hour or taste them as you are cooking them, and when they get tender, you'll know that they are cooked to your taste. If you need to, you can season them as you go along with a little bit more of adobo, because I use adobo. I don't use seasoned salt or salt, and a little bit of black pepper. That's all you need. All right, this is the final presentation of the collard greens that we've cooked for today. Remember to like, share, and provide me with your comments and subscribe to From the Pastor's Kitchen.